Well, today is, I think it's Saturday, July 15th. It's been a brutal few days. Gosh, we're out here working. It's around 11:30 a.m. and you know, we had to cut all the grass and do all the trimming, and it was a lot. I mean, normally at this time of the year, our lawn is suffering, but because we've had so much rain, the lawn is flourishing, which is wonderful, but when it's wonderful, you have to cut it. So we're out here getting our chores done because it's going to be in the 90s today. It feels like it's in the high 90s. Yesterday it was supposed to have a deluge of rain, so I didn't water anything. And now today they're saying they don't know, and tomorrow is supposed to be like flooding rain. But everything was suffering from not being watered yesterday, so I had to come out and water. And right now, Farmer John is in our massive corn, spraying a spinosad onto the tips of the ears that are forming. So I'm going to be turning the camera around so you can get a better idea of what it is he's doing, and I'm going to explain to you why. You may not have known this, but I'm pretty sure it's a fact because a doctor told me this, that your ears and your nose continue to grow for your entire life. John, no, John's not 150. No, he's young. He's younger than me. But you get a little witchy. My ears used to be cute and tiny, but they're not anymore. But it's okay because my spirit is good. So anyway, I'm going to turn the camera back around and talk about corn ears. So again, these are just the little ears that are forming, but we have some really big giant ones once again. So now let me find one out of here where I'm not getting beaten up by the canopy so much. Okay, this is a nice size one here, huh? You can see that it's already, see how it's turning brown here? Now we've been growing corn for a few years, you guys. We aren't corn farmers, we're not corn experts. We're telling you what we do, what we've learned, and why it works. This is an indicator that corn is starting to get all of its sugars and that part of it's getting ripe. So part of this corn is like really formed and ready. When the entire silk turns like this, that's when corn is harvestable. Now, just below here is the tip of the ear where you just, you go into the grocery store or your farm stand and you start shucking this back, okay? Well, what happens, there's the whole entire corn ear, amazing. Now, up in here, moth magically appears. What's it called? Do you know the name of the moth?
No.
We can look that up for you and post it. We'll put it
corn.
down below here. So the moth comes, lays its little egg right at the tip here, and then a worm forms and goes down and starts eating the tip. So if you've ever bought corn with a worm in it, that's what's happening. Now, let's see. I had talked to you the other day about this product called spinosad. Now, we're not big on spraying anything. We don't like to spray, but last year we forgot because we had too much going on and we had an extreme conditions of weather. We forgot to spray this and we ended up with worms in our corn and they did damage. But this here prevents that worm from getting in there. So Farmer John is right now spraying the ears of corn with spinosad, and it's going to prevent that from happening. So John, why don't you show all of our wonderful friends here? Just pick any one and
Sure. Come on over this way,
okay.
Guys.
Let's go
That way
for
you
a
can
walk
see
around the cornfield, cornfields of New Jersey.
So here it is.
Beautiful.
It's right in front of you, right? So she's
Now,
a blonde right
and
now.
it's a blonde. You know why? Tell us why. Does anyone out there? What are we talking about here? When all the silks are blonde, what does that mean?
Well, that means that each one of the kernels is looking to be pollinated.
That's right. And when it is pollinated, it gets that
There's a redhead.
beautiful burgundy.
Beautiful redhead right there.
Beautiful burgundy redhead. So let's give it a squirt. So,
Okay.
and you have to shake that spinosad
Yep.
good.
So I just
Give
had
it a shake.
been using it, so it's pretty shaken, but we'll shake it, not stirred. And we're just going to shoot it right in here. A nice full blast right in the middle there, okay?
Easy enough.
That's it. You really don't need
enough.
more if you wanted to. You could just do a little bit on the outside.
Just
But
to
the
keep 'em
worm
off.
is not going to form on the outside.
It's going to get up and
just
get
going
in
to get
there,
in
right?
here, yeah. And that moth is going to come. It's going to lay its eggs right in there, and that earworm is just going to go ahead and eat the top of your corn. So just
Right.
like that, a nice big full-on blast right in there. This stuff is expensive. You don't need to spray it out here, guys. Just spray it right there where that
I did
earworm's
mention
gonna be.
in the last video, we'll link below, that this stuff is expensive, so you want to use it gingerly. Because I had mentioned, if you really want to, you could spray it all over your zucchini and squash, because we're having relentless squash vine borers this year. And oh, look, here's another big cluster of eggs. We were just out here. We have removed cluster after cluster after cluster. Hey, Farmer John.
Yes,
There's
dear.
a big cluster of squash eggs over here.
Sure.
If you could grab it and you
Absolutely.
memorize where you are there.
No
So
problem.
yeah,
Actually,
it's not so easy to get in here and get all of this. So you can't be squeamish, you guys, because things do live in the cornfield. And I've gotten better with it over time. There's spiders in there. There's not tarantulas. But if you live in a place where there's snakes, there could be snakes. So you want to make sure that you're covered up, that you're prepared to come in and manage your corn. Do you find it?
no.
Oh, it's oh, there's a lanternfly, spotted lanternfly. Are you guys dealing with these?
Watch
The
this.
spot, yep, the cup of death in action. We'll link that video below for you. I'm so happy that you were here for this because I needed to have a Vanna White for this
Oh,
situation.
there it is. Oh,
there
let me.
they go.
Here, wait. Let me do my best Vanna
Okay.
impression here. So, ooh. Ah, yuck. Okay, so guys, look. You could spend your time picking this off. There is a way. You can grab some tape and you can take it off. But I'm not going to do that, guys. These leaves are so big, they've got plenty of sun. We're just going to take it. We're going to rip that piece off. We have all the eggs. And we're going to douse it right into our soapy water mixture here. And guess what? They're not going to hatch.
And you know what? I just watered everything like I said, but look, we have at least 2 giant zucchinis on here. And I'm telling you, I think I have had at least 50 zucchinis. There's another one I found last night. It was a baseball bat. And you want to get your baseball bat size zucchinis off here before they get too big because the plant thinks it did its job and it'll stop producing. This zucchini grew in a matter of hours. If there's anything that's in the magic, the arena of magic in your garden, it is zucchini and squash. So I hate to distract Farmer John because we need to make sure he knows where his spot is. But yeah, so anyway, that's what's happening with the corn. There's a lot of bees up in there. Look at our beautiful New Jersey sky. Absolutely gorgeous. So today is a day of just making sure that everything's getting watered back here properly so that we don't know what the storms are doing. So I sprayed all of these eggplants down with the spinosad 2 days ago. So this is a once a week thing, but gosh, my beautiful Casper white eggplants are doing so well. And all of the Caspers are full of fruit. And over here, I even have some Rositas growing beautifully. So that's pretty exciting because I have some recipes that I want to try. Oh, look at all the beautiful little Caspers. They look really good this year. So this is really exciting. It's another beautiful but very, very hot day back here in our beautiful magic garden. Gosh, zinnias. I mean, this is equivalent to just seeing the most beautiful thing in the world when you roll up on a flower that looks like that. Look at the color. Wow. Really gorgeous. And you know what? This flower has been here for at least a week. Look how long it's lasting. Really gorgeous. And we have so many bees and all the different cosmos are starting to pop. Oh, look at this pink one. Talk about attention deficit. It's all good though. Now look down there. Look. All of those beautiful bright light oh, it's 2 monarch butterflies. Did you see that?
I did.
Wow. So, oh, there they go. I hope you can see them. They're really hard to focus in on. But I'll say again, I'll say it every single day if it helps you to remember. Purchase a pack of Bright Lights Cosmos seeds, or if you know a friend that grows them, all you need are a few seeds and you'll have them forever because they're very, very easy to harvest. And I may even have some that have gone to seed that haven't been deadheaded yet, but all the pollinators are loving it. And when this is called Bright Lights Cosmos for a reason. Man, I'm telling you, last night we were out here literally in the company of hummingbirds at golden hour. It was magical. And they kept coming around to the Bright Lights Cosmos. So the hummingbirds love it, and all the butterflies and all the bees. So it is truly like a bright light and really, really beautiful. So, you know, once again, what do I always say to you guys? I'm hoping to motivate, encourage, inspire. Oh, because there's so much more to life than being caught up in other things. Like I've given up my love of handbags and painted fingernails and stuff like that because this is all I need in my life, honestly. This is just so beautiful. Let's walk around. I want to show you. We're having some problems with some blight right now, but that's another video I'll get into. I mean, it gets out of control fast. This is a sucker. You know what? Here's an idea of a sucker that goes bad. It's not producing anything. It's making the whole plant hang off. Its leaves are shaped a little bit different. It's never going to produce anything. So don't be afraid to cut something like that off. It'll benefit the rest of your tomato plant. But anyway, I think I planted, I don't know, 4 or 5 zinnia seeds. And look at all of the zinnias that keep popping up from that one planting. And I'm still waiting for some of these new varieties of cosmos to pop up, but it's okay because every day when I come out here and I look for the new cosmos, I stand here and I stare at this, and it's like some of these colors I can't capture it on film, but, or this isn't film anymore, this is on video, I'll say. You can tell I just gave up my age, which is 182. It's just really beautiful. You never know what's going to come through the lens from what you're seeing in person because of the angles of the sun. So yeah, you guys, my camera's getting hot, so I'm gonna get out of the sun real quick. I mainly wanted to come and crash in on Farmer John spraying his spinosad. Oh, here goes another new flower opening. Now, my friend Monica McCauley from out on the West Coast, what's up, Monica? She mentioned in her love of zinnias that the Oklahoma series of zinnia is something that's really beautiful. And girl, you're a troublemaker because I looked them up and now I have to have them. So I'm going to get them. But, oh my gosh, these are all the California Giants as well. So there is not a zinnia that I don't love. These are absolutely amazing. Calendula, this zeolites found its way back here. I did not plant that back here. But it's all good because what's happening is the little birds are having a party back here and they're just transferring seeds from everywhere, which is good and bad, but it is what it is. I'd rather live in nature than in chaos any day. I'm about to finish watering everything, but go see what Farmer John is doing. I honestly don't even know how I'm hanging back here, but so we're not going to hang out here too long today, are we? No? We're not hanging out here too long today, are we? No? Okay. Next on our projects list, you guys, if you're looking to clean up and organize your shed, yeah, this is the shed to learn from because we just have a bunch of stuff that we haven't picked up. I have stuff back here that I thought was lost. I'm like, one day I came back here and I'm like, oh my God, this has been in the shed all this time. So we have to clean the doors and get the algae off of it, power wash it, and then we're going to go in and empty everything, and we're going to put up shelving so I can organize all of my new gardening supplies, which is going to be another haul video coming up soon. But I have to see before we sign off. There's something I wanted to show you. Oh, yep, she's there. Yeah, so this is really strange. I don't want to get in here too close, but in the middle of July, I've got robins having babies. Now, I don't know if you can see her in there. I don't want to disrupt her. She's on 4 eggs, which is really unusual. Now, if an egg's going to drop, I'm kind of hoping it's going to drop before it forms something, but they could even be babies by now. So I'm going to be on bird duty. I know it. I know one's going to drop out, and I'm not going to be able to do nothing about it because it's right here in our garden. So I've been on watch, trying not to disturb her, but she thinks she's invisible, which is all good. So let's do a quick sunflower update. This is the back of the chocolate cherry. Boy, do they love looking up at the sun. They just love looking up at the sun. Amazing. And the heads turn as the sun moves. So they're like little sundials. So we're waiting for that one to go up over the fence, and that should have a nice big head on it. So here's another one. Again, I don't know what kind of sunflower I'm going to get out of this because this just was marked sunflower free seed and it said thank you on it. Oh, look at the bee. The bees love the sunflower. Oh wow, look at all that pollen on his little legs, his little pollen pants. Awesome. I'm so happy they love the sunflower. I love it too because the colors on the leaves, I'm trying to find a good angle. There's like anyway, you guys, that was just another quick edition of High Fashion Gardener Lee and Farmer John out here in northwestern Burlington County, New Jersey, working in our half-acre backyard and showing you what it is that you can do with a small space. Now, I touched on a video that we will link below about knowing how much you can, bite off, biting off more than you can chew and all those things. It was a chatty video, but every day I'm reading another story of people who gave up and they got so far and they bought their land, but they're struggling. Before you go do that, if you haven't started a garden wherever you are, just stop for a minute, and just think about your affordability, what it is that you can grow where you are, how much knowledge you have, and if you actually know what to do in a place of crisis and things not working and things that you have to change. Just try to gain a little bit of experience before you go running off into the darkness, because I'd rather have you do things brave and not just be scared running into the darkness. I want you to do it brave and smart and calm. Do it calm. So, this all took time. We're learning as we go. We're only growing what we can manage, and wow, this has been absolutely wonderful. So anyway, guys, thanks again for stopping in to see us, and we'll see you in the next video.